What is going on, Legends? Welcome to the WoW Guide. My name is Magic Gnome, and we are here in the Storm Peaks, where I'm going to be telling you how to get your hands on this mount, the Time-Lost Proto-Drake. Well, first off, this video is basically just going to be me sitting on the Proto-Drake here in Storm Peaks while I talk about how to get it. Okay, so first off, how do we get it? So the Time-Lost Proto-Drake mount comes from the item Reigns of the Time-Lost Proto-Drake, which is a 100% drop chance. To drop from a rare mob called Time-Lost Proto-Drake, which looks basically exactly the same as the mount. So, it spawns at 4 locations at Storm Peaks. It spawns right here, right here, right here, and right up here. All 4 of these spawn points are at the foot of some mountain, so the Time-Lost Proto-Drake will just come right out of the mountain. So, sounds pretty simple, right? Well, not entirely. It's on a 2 to 8 hour spawn time. So, whenever the instance resets on Tuesday, you will have to wait 2 hours before anything can spawn. And then at the very most, you will have to wait for a total of 8 hours for it to spawn. So yeah, pretty simple, right? You just get a group for friends, you and some friends, just AFK at all 4 of the spots. Wait a couple hours, wait 5 hours, and then it spawns and you get them out, right? Absolutely not. The Time-Lost Proto-Drake, Time-Lost Proto-Drake rare mob only spawns 10% of the time. The other 90% of the time will spawn Viragosa. And Viragosa does not drop the mount. So, yeah. That kind of makes it a little bit more complicated. So 90% of the time, Viragosa will spawn. She will spawn in the exact same place that the Time-Lost Proto-Drake will spawn. So, once you kill Viragosa, which you're going to want, if you see Viragosa, kill it immediately. Once you kill her, you're going to want to skin her, so make sure you have skinning. So, once you skin her, the timer will start up again, the 2 to 8 hour spawn timer. And you'll have another chance at Time-Lost Proto-Drake in 2 to 8 hours. So, that's basically how you do it. There's a few specs on it. Now, a few methods, tips and tricks that I did to get it. Well, first off, the use of add-ons. 2 add-ons specifically. First off, I would definitely recommend the use of the Silver Dragon add-on, which will show the spawn points, the flight paths of where it's going to fly whenever it actually spawns. And it'll also announce to you and any other member of your party when any of you guys see the Time-Lost Proto-Drake or Viragosa or any rare. So this add-on's not just good for this, it's also good for just in general. If you see a rare, it'll announce it to you. So, another add-on that I use for this is called NPC Timer. If you look down there at the nascent Valk here, I've got a little time. It says down there a little timer on the little icon. It's been alive for 2 hours and 56 minutes. So that basically means that we are in the window. Sort of. It's a little iffy. It's most accurate after reset day, whenever everything has just reset, including the timer. So that's a good way to figure out how long it will take to wait. Okay, so those are some add-ons that you should use. But okay, another tip. If you want to do other things, you should bind your Hearthstone to either Frosthold or K3. I bound my Hearthstone to K3. So anytime that I would want to go, say, to the Dragon Isles and look at and just drop in on Zenith Avis for a second, or do some world quests, I could do that. And then I could just hearth back to K3 and keep AFKing. Now, there are two methods that you can do. You can do solo, or you could do it with the group finder. If you're going to solo, you should AFK at this spawn point right here at Boar's Breath. Now, what that's going to do is, if you can see right here, the blue path right here from this spawn is going to pass right in front of Boar's Breath pretty soon after it actually spawns. So you can check that one, and also the Ulduar red path will cross it. And not to mention the Boar's Breath spawn right there. The only downside is, so you'll have a 75% chance to actually get it if you sit at Boar's Breath and no one else is like sitting at this spot or this spot. The only downside is there's a 25% chance you won't find anything, because over here at Brunhildar Village, right over here, it does not pass it. So yeah, that's kind of a downside. But I wouldn't recommend soloing even if it did cross it, because people can just AFK at other spots, just steal your thunder, steal your mount. I would definitely recommend the group finder method. So what I would do, if I were you, I would either get 3 friends. So one, you can get three friends. One of you just sit at each one of the spawn points and just sit there. That's it. Just sit there until something spawns. If you don't have friends, like me, you can go down here to the group finder, go to pre-made groups in the dungeon and raid, go to custom and find a group. You can put in like time, and I will say Time-Lost Proto-Drake. You could also potentially get something with TLPD. If you don't find anything, that's okay. You can also just go over and start a group. You can put TLPD, wait, war mode off or on, depending on what you're doing. And the war mode on or off is very crucial, since war mode counts as a different instance. So you're going to want to use both war mode on and war mode off. So this is just showing where you are right now. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to wait anymore for Time-Lost Proto-Drake to spawn. So I did that method, and I actually just happened to stumble across a group that was already formed. I joined them, and we AFK'd. 6 days later, I have it. Yeah, on average, I've seen other people who did the group method on YouTube, and it takes on average about 6 days to get it if you use the group method. I've seen someone solo it, and it took him 2 months to get it. So I don't think it's a very viable option to do solo. So go in the group finder, turn on some TV, read a nice book, and just wait. And that's basically it. Then you just get it, and make sure you don't brag about it, because don't go flying after you get it. Don't go flying around Storm Peaks and trolling on everybody. Hey, look, I got it. I'm only over here right now on it because I wanted to get a good filming location for it. So yeah, don't go do that. Let's see here. Yep, I think that's about it. So just make sure that you get the group. Oh, right. Make sure you're not in a raid party either. If you're in a raid party, which is more than 5 people, you won't get a drop. So make sure it is imperative that you do not go over 5 people in your group. 4 is great. At least have 4 people in your group to cover out the spawn points. 5 is the best, because if someone has to go, or someone has to go AFK for a second to get something, that 5th person can go and cover for them. So definitely get 5 people if you can. But 6 is too high. Don't go 6. 6, you won't get a drop. Anything above that will not get a drop either. So just make sure it's 4 or 5. Yeah. Did I get that in? Did I rub that in hard enough for you? But after you get it, you'll you'll impress a lot of your friends. This will give you instant street cred. Yeah, if you're just over at Stormwind or Valdrakken or something, just hop on this and everyone will be like, what? He's got Time-Lost Proto-Drake? But it'll also make people want to go get it. So, you know, inspire more insanity. So, yeah, make sure you don't lose your sanity while you do this. But anyway, that's about it. So, I hope you found this video informative. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you like the content. I know I haven't really been doing a lot lately, but I think you can see why. I had to get this mount. I wanted to get the mount, so I made a video about it. I didn't get the mount to get the video to make the video, but I wanted the mount, so here's the video. But you know, this might help you guys. It also might tell you don't do it. If you don't want to do it, do not do it at all. Only do it if you 100% know what you're doing. So, as I was saying, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. And until the next one, guys, I will see you next time.